Thank you. Probably didn't need to walk off. Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, Mr. Area Director, Mr. Division Director, wonderful to have you, and a visitor as well. Well done for coming out to another club and experiencing what else there is out there. I am Louisa Lennon, as you've all already heard. I am a senior financial planner, senior wealth specialist, and manager at Concept Linwood. We are behind the Sanlam Hands on Linwood Road. And every single day, I work with professionals and graduates, South Africans like you, when it comes to their finances. I wrote an exam on Monday, wealth management. I'm hoping that you as the audience will give me permission for my studying to double as research, as well as my practical experience with South Africans every single day. Do I have your permission for that? Yes. Mr. Evaluator, you have it from the audience. All right. So welcome to Investing for Dummies. Investment 101. Please note, this does not constitute financial advice. If you would like financial advice, you're very welcome to contact me and I will give you real financial advice. Today I'm just talking principles. You have it here, big disclaimer. It's in orange. I hope you can see that it's in orange. So when it comes to investment planning, there is a clear first step, and it is clearing debt. Why is it clearing debt? Which kind of debt is the first debt that we need to clear? Someone from the audience, anyone from the audience?
All of it.
All of it? Bad debt. Okay, what's bad debt?
The stuff that just keeps on accumulating in interest ad infinitum, ad nauseam.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Yes, interest is a really important component that we're talking about here. But why? Why are we saying the bad debts, which are the debts that are accumulating interest? Actually, to be more specific, when we are talking investment, the main goal is increasing your net worth, right? Net worth being assets minus liabilities. So either assets need to go up or liabilities need to go down or both, right? So why are we saying bad debts? Well, bad debts don't have an asset that is associated with it that's going up in value. When you've got a bond, you've got an asset that's going up in value. So then you can say, okay, good debt. Car, neutral debt. Why? Well, because most of us need a car to do our jobs, but for some people it ends up being bad debt because you go for a car you really can't afford. And when you go for a more sensible car, it's neutral debt because you need that asset to earn your income, but that asset is not going up in value. Okay, so we've got a couple of terms that we've already thrown around here, but we're coming down to a really key point here. Why do we do that before we invest? We've spoken interest, we've spoken what is the purpose of investment. But what are we doing? Why that debt? Nobody? Okay. Well, it's because the interest rate on certain debt is higher than the interest we can earn on an investment. Logical, right? Are we all together? Fantastic. Okay, so pop quiz. Does anyone know what the current repo rate is in South Africa? Yes, go for it.
11.25%.
Almost. No. Okay, this, Mr. Evaluator, according to the SARB, the South African Reserve Bank, my research, is 8.25% is the current repo rate. The prime rate is 11.25%, fantastic. What does prime rate mean? We have an FNB. The rate banks charge their best customers. Yes. So that is the repo rate plus 3.25. We haven't spoken secured debt versus unsecured debt. What is secured debt?
Something that's connected to some kind of asset that can be repossessed.
Exactly. So you get a lower interest rate. When you swipe on your credit card and there's nothing they can take away from you, that interest rate is massive. Stay away. Stay away. All right. So this is a real client of mine. When this client is saying to me, where should I put my money first? When I've got extra money for repayments, where should I put it first? Usually you would say it's the car. Why? Because usually you get a poor interest rate when it comes to a car versus a bond. But this guy works at the bank. So actually for this client, it is this bond. Putting money here will be best. All right, same client. There is a retirement annuity that there is an investment vehicle that for this client will yield a higher return on investment than that bond. And that is a retirement annuity. Because your first return on investment in any retirement vehicle is your marginal income tax rate guaranteed, which means not subject to what the president says when he's addressing our fellow South Africans. So when we are looking at this client, he is in this tax bracket. And just in case you don't know, you don't multiply your income with 41% to get your marginal tax rate. You go to the SARS website research, and that is where you will find your formula. If you don't know how to do it, you are welcome to contact me. So for this client, Madam Timekeeper, there's no way. It's okay. All right. So for this client, their annual taxable income is 1.4, almost, million rand, which means their annual tax is 448,000 rand, which is 37,355 and 25 per month. I've named this client Lebo. Their name isn't really Lebo. It is a client of mine. So we are doing 11,256 into his retirement vehicle every single month, which decreases his annual taxable income to 1.2 million. So his tax rate stays at 41%. Unfortunately, we could not drop it, which means his annual tax goes down to 392, and that means his monthly tax goes down to 32,740, which means his monthly saving on tax is 4.6 thousand rand, which then he can throw in the bond and get that extra 12.25%. We're using 1 rand twice, investing 101. All right, so that was basically step 1. I do not have time for step 2 or 3. I apologize for that. I would love to do an investment planning 111, 112, 113, so keep coming back for more. If you would like to ask me any questions, I've made this very big. You will get my contact number there. For those of you that are old school, there is the telephone number itself. I will be here in the break. I will be here afterwards. Thank you very much.